This is card number 5. It's an interesting card shape to start with. You need to cut all of the panels out in your chosen colourway. So this is part of the main decoration of the card. It's going to concertina backwards and forwards, and this is going to become the beautiful frill that you can see here. It's a very clever card. You've got lovely dimension. Imagine doing this out of vellums. That could look really exciting. So let's assemble the main body of the card first, and our card's going to be with a black base. Of course, we've already got this taped up for us, and by now we're getting really used to being able to put our panels in place, moving it just a millimetre or so away from that score line so that when we fold it over, we get that perfect score. Okay, we're now going to start to assemble the front of the card. Doing alternate colours, we're going to use the white first and then follow on with the blue. Just as a little reminder for those of you that are choosing your favourite cards rather than starting at the very beginning. When you are picking cards to actually do your mats and layers with, please don't forget that there are lots of options. And the different things that you need to consider are whether you actually want to have beautiful different colorways in here, mix and match them, or whether you just want to keep it simple. Black and white or white and black can look absolutely stunning. So I'm just lining this panel up so that it sits inside the design. Occasionally, I know that our cutting mats can move and slip slightly. If that does happen, don't be scared of recutting the design. The next thing that I've got is the panel that's going to sit across the front. It's literally pre-scored on our scan and cut or whatever other cutting machine that you're using, and we then fold it backwards and forwards, creating those concertina folds. It will pull into the centre so that we've got the tightest display that we could hope for. Got in here some red liner tape because we need a strong finish. I've got some double-sided finger lift tape and then the red liner tape again on the back. Going to put this into the centre of the card, so I'm lining it up so it fits the centre, and then pushing in the concertina panels so that they sit perfectly. I've got a slight skew on this so it's not stuck in place just as well as we'd like, and that is important, getting that centre panel lined up. So let's see how that fits, and there we go, that's in position. Same thing should be happening on this side. You can see that what's happened is it's slightly offset to this side. I'm actually going to lift it, so I haven't pressed it down firmly, and move it so that I've got that panel in place. So let's try again in the centre and then see where we get. It's important to get these, there we go, that's much better positioning. It's important to get these really as tight as you can do. Now we're ready to put the next panel on. This one needs adhesive at either end and across the middle. Without that, it isn't going to hold the design in place. So using double-sided finger lift is a great way of getting started. It's important that this is held down really tightly when you're working, and then that is going to go from the edge of the white across the frill to the edge of the white on the other side. So you can see by having that adhesive in the centre and just holding it down, it's giving us a better finish. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate the colours. So we're going to go black and white across here, giving us that lovely finish. And then finally, the last panel that we've got here, which will be added on the top, will potentially be, again, the last piece of decoration. You might decide that you want to wrap a piece of ribbon around here. That would look equally as nice. If you're going to do that, please do it before you actually sit any of this panel down. And then finally, the actual label that's going to go on the front, the finishing touch, and bringing the whole thing together. I think that this is probably one of the most interesting and also clever cards that we've got on the USB. I hope you enjoy it.